Hey, I'm Scott, and I am an American in Bangkok. And guess what? I feel like today we have a subject to talk about. It's all the rave in the travel industry right now. It's about Thailand opening up. Prime Minister Prayut Chanucha says Thailand is going to revert back to normal for tourism from mid October, and this is just less than 2 weeks until Phuket is set to reopen. I don't know that was. I mean, listen, I understand that they want to get things opened up. I do understand this. However, what wouldn't it have been better? I'm just curious to know what you guys think. Wouldn't it have been better to maybe waited until say July 5th, July 7th, and let people come into Phuket, see how things are going, and then say, hey, by the way, in the middle of October, Thailand's going to completely open up. This way, you're not making people go, I really want to go. I want to get there. I want to go to Thailand. But, Phuket, there's a lot of, I don't know if I really want to go through all these hoops. I don't want to know, I don't know if I really want to do all the things that they want me to do. But, I haven't, it's been a long time. I need to go somewhere. I miss Thailand. But now, it's like, wait a minute, I don't have to do all that stuff. If I just wait until the middle of October, I can just go. I don't have to quarantine anywhere, even if it is just quarantining on an island. So I don't know the timing was the best. But anyway, let me read this article here. Reopening of Phuket to turn the island into a holiday Alcatraz, and that's the way I look at it. But I know there are people that are in the U.S. and Europe and some other places that they view Thailand as always a better option, no matter what. Especially with some of the things that are going on in the United States, depending on where you are. You get over here and it's a dream, So I do kind of understand, but then again, I don't know. I don't know that I'd want to go through the whole rigmarole. This comes, let's see here, reopening Phuket turn holiday actions with heightened and stringent security measures being imposed by officials. It comes as the Minister of Tourism and Sports, Pipat Ratchakitprakarn, has confirmed that tens of thousands of visitors, or nearly 50% of pre-bookings, have been canceled as foreign tourists reject the Thai government's restrictions and controls by opting to vacation elsewhere. And this is what I've been saying, and I hate to beat a dead horse here. Thailand is not the only place to go as a tourist. I'm not a tourist here anyway, anymore. I'm set here. I'm like a tree. My roots are deep in the ground now. If I was to say I'm going to go and move somewhere, or I'm going to go as a tourist, I'm going to go somewhere, I wouldn't go with all these things that you have to do, all these requirements. I wouldn't do it. Okay, so I understand the cancellations. Now, I'm going to say this again. So far, what I've heard is that only less than 5% of the hotels have international reservations. Less than 5%. It's that bad. So I don't know how they think they're going to get 129,000 people. I sure hope they do. I really do. I want Thailand to do well. And, if not for the government, for the people. I really do hope that some of the people can open up, and the vendors, and everybody can just get back to living life. That's what it's all about after all. The Thai Prime Minister has indicated that the nightmare for Thailand's foreign tourism industry will be ended by mid-October, when he said the country would reopen fully to international travelers, even if the COVID-19 virus persists as a threat to the kingdom. His comments come as officials look set to further tweak the Phuket sandbox. Hopefully there will be some tweaks made that are for the better. That would be good, and then more people would come. Reopening with reports of Alcatraz-like security on the island, including a GPS tracking wristband for each visitor. Yeah, I have forgotten about that, but the wristband alone is something that people are going, what? I got to wear a wristband? It's like, why don't you just put an ankle bracelet on me like I'm, in some halfway house or something. I don't get it. I don't know. They got it on the phone. You have an app on your phone. You have to have an app on your phone. Then you're going to have an app. You're going to have a wristband that tracks you, so that if you forget your phone, and I don't think people really like that. But okay, maybe the hardcore travelers will do this. You have to have a COVID-19 test on arrival at the airport and facial recognition technology at road and transport checkpoints throughout the island as the scheme looks set to get the green light. Well, the scheme has already got the green light now. The Prime Minister took to national television to announce that the kingdom will fully reopen, and it will be business as usual from the middle of October of this year. Fully open to international arrivals. It comes after 14 months of closures to international tourism and just days before the cabinet, is expected to give the final green light it already has to vaccinated tourists without quarantine on a test basis. It's on a test basis, but still under an extremely controlled regime which has turned off many potential visitors. Thai economists, including senior planners at the Bank of Thailand, have begun emphasizing to the government the critical role that the foreign tourism industry plays in Thailand's economy. Remember maybe 6 months ago, 9 months ago, when Thailand was saying, we don't want the tourists anymore, we're going to come up with another way? Well, and I said back then, no, that's not the way to do it. What you do is you come up with a way while you're getting the foreign tourists back. And then when you have the way, then you can say, okay, I'm doing away with the tourists. But right now, they can't afford to do that. Let's see here. This is something made even more powerful by the unequal nature of the kingdom's society and wealth distribution, yes. It is one of a raft of negatives that have limited the ability of Thailand's economy to develop in other directions and includes its aging population and poor education system. However, Prime Minister Prayut, in his address, spoke to the people directly. The country is still suffering from high levels of infections and deaths being reported daily since the third wave broke out in early April of this year. A senior Thai medical expert, Dr. Prasit Watanapa of the Faculty of Medicine, Sirirat Hospital, Mahidol University, this week warned the kingdom should be cautious about its reopening the borders too quickly to foreigners. Yeah, that's why it's a test. I understand. But, at some point, you're going to have to let the baby bird fly, so to speak. In recent days, Dr. Prasid has come out against the approval of the Phuket Sandbox scheme, which he thinks should be deferred. I know that they want to open up quickly, and I know that people need it to open up quickly. And, it's just a matter of, do you want to do it now or do you want to do it later? So for me, I don't see any problem with it. For him as a doctor, he may say, hey, another month of people getting vaccinated makes things that much better. But they're going forward with it July 1st. The top doctor fears that the country could well import dangerous variants which may cause problems for the kingdom's range of vaccines. Well, here's the thing. This is their thing. They're the ones who have ordered the vaccines, and the vaccines have been coming slow, and I understand this, but, what are you going to do? You're going to just let the people sit in their house and die slowly? They're going to starve? Or what? You're going to take a chance? On TV, the Prime Minister said that calculated risk must now be taken to save the economy and prevent more hardship. On Wednesday, the Prime Minister appeared to signal that calculated risk, that's what I always say, were now necessary. Risk-reward, calculated risk. That's my thing. I am setting a goal for us to be able to declare Thailand fully open within 120 days and for tourism centers that are ready to do so even faster, he said. We cannot wait for a time when everyone is fully vaccinated with 2 shots or for when the world is free of the virus to reopen the country. Now, I agree with that. Yeah, you can't just keep waiting forever. We'll see what happens. Hopefully things will be better and not worse. Currently, Thailand has vaccinated up to 5 million people, or 7.5% of the population, with 1 dose, and 2.5% are fully vaccinated. 7.5%, that doesn't sound like anywhere near 50 to 70%. So I think they got a hard road to hoe. Ho, I said ho. Captain Save a Ho. Get your Captain Save a Ho t-shirt. So link down below. You can get the Captain Save a Ho t-shirt. I just segue, you know. The Prime Minister on last Wednesday, indicated that 10 times this can be achieved by mid-October if the government has access to enough vaccine doses. I think nobody wants to hear the if. If we do this, if we do that, if a pig can fly. You know, I mean, if doesn't get it done. Supposedly all these things are ordered, they've got these vaccines coming. Well, if, you know, I don't know, but like I'm the kind of person that if I say, listen, I'm placing an order with you, I want 1 million doses of this, when am I going to get it? You will get it on the 15th. Okay, I need it on the 15th. If it's going to be late, I need to know a few days in advance or a week in advance, and it can't be later than 1 week, or, you know, we can't do business. Can you agree to that? Do we have your word on this? Yes, we have your word. Okay, then you make the announcement, and you announce the week later. You don't announce that it's going to happen on the 15th. You announce it's going to happen on the 22nd or so. I don't know. I'm just, you know, throwing it out there, just like the Thai government does. Throw it up on the wall and see what sticks. Public knows the government no longer has a cushion, and the tourism economy is at a dangerous tipping point where it may never return to its past glory. Haven't I been saying that? I've been saying that for a while. And you know what? A couple of months ago, it was said most hotels, something like 80% of hotels are going to shut down in the next 3 months because they just don't have enough money to keep going. His comments are supported by the speed of the vaccines seen briefly last week when supplies were made available at critical levels before disruptions emerged. The public appears enthusiastic to have the country and its economy back to normal as soon as possible, perhaps knowing that the government is no longer has a financial cushion and sensing the dangerous position the economy has arrived in. The danger in this instance is that the foreign tourism industry, which accounts for 20% of employment in Thailand, may not recover for quite some time at all. Now, I got to say something. I have called my hospital in the area, which I'm not going to say the name, but I have called them 4 times. They have no idea. They know nothing about a vaccine. They haven't said anything. They don't know anything. I've had my son call them. I've called them in English. He's called them in Thai. They know nothing. I went up to the Mall Bangkok where they were taking people were registering, and then they were going back and apparently getting the vaccine. They were getting vaccinated. I went up there the other day, and there was maybe 25 people milling around, and they were all Thais. I'm thinking to myself, imagine how many foreigners would come in here and get vaccinated if you let them. Now, I can't complain too much because I registered, and I can be vaccinated faster than some Thais are. I've spoken to a few Thais, and they say, I'm not getting vaccinated until the end of next month. I'm like, really? And, I can get vaccinated this month. So, yeah, your guess is as good as mine. But, the only thing to do now is just wait. We're going to see what happens. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. But that's all I have. I am Scott. I am an American in Bangkok. And until next time, Choke D, Jerk and Mine. Good luck. See you later. Please leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Share the video. Don't forget to subscribe. That's also important if you'd be so kind. If you like my stuff. Not only do I do these daily commentaries, sometimes I actually get out and about. I do walks. And sometimes when there's not the COVID around, I do travel videos. You can find all the playlists now. Got everything. I'm starting to sort everything out a little bit better so that it's a little bit easier for you all. But until then, just check the description, check my social media, whatever. Leave a thumbs up, say hello, say goodbye. Anyway, that's all I have. Choke D, choke D. Sabay, sabay. Mai pen rai, jai yin yin, sabay, sabay.